try and do it quietly. Hi guys, Team Elvis. How are you? Look, I'm looking forward to you guys coming together. It's going to take a while for the numbers to build up. Defend Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. I think what I'll do until we get you guys to go live, I'm gonna message people. It's got Lisa Poole. I'm gonna say to her, we're live now. Hi, Lisa Poole. Then we have, thank you, Louis. I just saw this, did try to log onto the live when you sent me the notification, but the reason it wouldn't come up. Live now. Right, so that's Maria. Now, Maria, hi, I'm going to send you a live link. Hi, Deborah. I'm just going to try a bit harder to get people on. Let's have a look. Live now. I'll just tell Maria, live now. Obviously, we were talking about Maria's son being a fantastic Elvis tribute act. Rick Anthony in, let's just see where that is, Massachusetts. So I'm going to bit by bit just try and send a link to a few people. So who can we think of? Let's tell Jane. I know that the notification thing just isn't working at the moment, is it? So it's like, if we don't tell people, I don't understand why. I have no idea why, guys. Literally no idea. It just, for some reason, is being annoying. So I'm just going to, bit by bit, tell everyone. And let's have a look. We're live. I mean, it should have notified all of you because I've gone live. Hi, Karen. Obviously, we've got lovely Tino behind me. I have no idea why you guys don't get the notifications. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, you should do. If you're subscribed, there's absolutely no reason why you don't get the notifications. So we'll just give you more of a chance. Jane, did you get the notification? So the kids have been out all day with mum. So I, yeah. So I've told the kids that if we'll do a live now. Oh, you actually did get it. Good. I've told the kids that we'll do a live now, and then we're going to walk the dogs. We are walking the dogs. Okay. Let's just try and get as many people on as possible. So guys, link up with each other, friend request each other, so that when we go live, you can tell each other. Because I'll tell you what, if you don't do that, it just seems like you guys are just missing out. Yeah, let's tell Amy, should we? We're live. Who else should we tell? Come on, we'll tell Rhonda. Should we tell Rhonda from Presley Mania? Shh. Why not? Should we tell Shauna as well? Sure. We'll tell Renee, Hidden Minds. Why not, guys? Who we got on? So we've only got 5 on. We could do better than that. We'll tell Mindy Miller. Why not? Mindy Miller, come on. Who else can we tell? Chris Paul. Right, okay. Chris Paul is the entertainer. So who have we told so far? We're just bit by bit, just telling lots of people. Did we tell Shauna? Come on, we'll tell Shauna as well. I know you're all probably asleep. In America, I'm guessing it is about 8 in the morning. Does that sound right? So many of you are fast. Right. Tino, you said to me you were going to let me do this and be quiet. Otherwise, I'm going to have to beat you. No. Let's have a look. Let's go rubbernecking, baby, and it's all right with you. Okay. Yes, I can't sing, guys. Shh. Okay. Oh, what's this? Someone's... All right, I haven't seen this. This is the first time I've read this. This is from Nessa Right, no, you got to let me speak, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah, so it's 9 a.m. Okay, well, that's not too bad, is it? It's not too early. So thank you, Lou McCready. Right, Tina, right, give me the phone. No, because I can't. If you're not going to let me talk, that's not fair. Now, it's funny, but you are going to be quiet. Otherwise, you're going to go and sit with your sister. He's cheeky. He's cheeky. He's a little Elvis. He said, "Yeah, guys, this morning, just now, he said to me, Dad, are you Elvis?" I said to him, "Do you think I'm Elvis? Do you?" He went, "Yeah, Dad, you're Elvis." He's only 4. I'll let him have that dream. So, right, let's have a look. I haven't read this, so I'm hoping it's not going to say anything bad. So, part 1. Yeah, it's funny, Jane. Thank you, Louis, for your vid about Vernon's will. It got me to look into it. That's great. I'm surprised I didn't receive this. I don't get it. Here is Vernon's will. He did one in 1978, then supposedly updated it on the 25th of 1979, the day before he died. As you can see, the signature doesn't look like the 1979 signature, but that could be because Vernon was hours away from his death. I added a sample of Vernon's actual signature. I really appreciate that he's done this. I didn't even know this. I need to thank him. Let me just reply to him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much. I'm reading this on my live now. I'm reading this on my live now. Okay. Right. Hopefully, as I read more of it, hopefully it's going to be okay. So we got Christina has messaged on it. I'll tell her we're live. Okay, right, let's go back. So let's go back to his post. This post also includes a load of pictures, which I'm guessing is the actual will. Do you know, how have I missed this? I didn't get it. Let me just go back. So he's just right. So this was just commented on one of my posts. Okay, right. I'm sorry that I missed things like this. I shouldn't be missing things like this. This is important. So, okay. The pic of him with Lisa Marie and Priscilla was taken June the 25th, 1979. Priscilla brought a photographer with her so she could get a photo op with her dying ex-father-in-law. She also wanted Vernon to make her a trustee, so he supposedly signed and updated the will. Now, okay, so this is Nessa Jaws. I just want, hi Elena. What's by? Is this a gala? Right, Elena, are you okay? Now this is from, I'm pretty sure, Nessa, just show you, Nessa Jaws. Now, I just want to say, guys, I don't know anything about Nessa Jaws. I know that he is an avid Elvis defender. I know that he is quite well known in the Elvis world. And remember, all of us, none of us know the total truth because we weren't there. Even with documents, yes, we can read them off and read the truth that comes from the document, but there's still certain things that we're unsure about. Now, for example, and I want to be careful on this bit. For example, Nessa has just said the pic of him with Lisa Marie Presley and Priscilla Presley was taken on June 29th, 1979. Priscilla brought a photographer with her so she could get a photo op with the dying ex-father-in-law. She also wanted Vernon to make her a trustee, so he supposedly signed the updated will. Now, I completely agree. The date of the picture is probably right. Yeah, more or less. She definitely brought a photographer because someone took that picture. Now, it could have been a photographer or it could have been a family friend. So she definitely brought someone with her to take that picture. It may not have been a photographer. So I just want to, when people are trying to reword things, I just try and get it a bit more careful. Yeah. This is Nessa's version of things. Yeah. I want to get things right, guys. I don't want hearsay. Let's try and get things right. Hi, Yvette. Are you okay? Hi, Diana. Are you okay? Welcome. Definitely, Karen. Someone took that photo, and I agree, Karen. I know what you're saying. You shouldn't be taking a picture of Elvis. No, sorry, of Vernon when he's about to die. Yeah, just the whole picture breaks your heart. Yeah, do we all agree on that? This picture breaks our heart. It's like, why would someone even take that picture? And then Priscilla's got a beaming smile. Now, poor Lisa Marie, who I don't know how old she was in 1979. Let's have a guess. Was she 11? 100% that picture should not have been taken. Yeah, so whoever took it should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, right. Let's keep reading. I didn't even know I was going to read this, guys. This just came up. Let's have a look. So Nessa says her dying ex-father-in-law, he definitely was dying. Then he does say that Priscilla wanted him to make her, let's have a look, trustee, or it could be co-executor, because wasn't there 3 executors? I don't know, guys. I don't know. And then he then says, supposedly signed the updated will. Okay. Now this insinuates that on his deathbed, yeah, that he updated his will to include Lisa Marie, no, sorry, to include Priscilla as trustee of the will. Now, I'll just say it all to you. You're going to probably agree with me, but I'll just say it, then I'm going to give you my comment. This is why we're trying to dig for the truth, guys. The pic of him with Lisa and Priscilla was taken June the 25th, 1979. Priscilla brought a photographer with her so she could get a photo op with her dying ex-father-in-law. She also wanted Vernon to make her trustee, so he supposedly updated the will and signed the will. Yeah? Remember the word supposedly, because I spoke to Amy Collett, and Amy Collett, who's our researcher, she said something like, don't quote me 100% because I do get things wrong. No, the will was updated to include Sandy Miller, his nurse, his fiance that he wanted to marry, because he wanted to give her his worldly possessions. So we don't know that when the will was updated the day before he died, which is, that should never happen. We all know nobody's will should be done the day before. We know that, don't we? Yeah, but it happens. But we don't know that when he updated his will, we don't know that he then made the decision to add Priscilla as trustee. We don't know that. I mean, the way I see it, she was always going to be the trustee because of Lisa Marie. Does that sound right to you? She was always going to be...
That is not right.
All right, mate. She was always going to be the trustee because Lisa Marie was her child. So my point is, Nessa, I appreciate what you're doing here, but you are assuming certain things. Supposedly signed an updated will. Yes, the will was definitely signed the day before. The will was definitely updated, but we don't actually know what was updated. Amy Collett says it was up for his... she'll tell me off now if I've got this wrong, but she said this was for Sandy Miller, his girlfriend, to include her so that she got his possessions, like his cars, his jewelry, stuff like that. Yeah, he did love Sandy Miller by the sounds of it, and they were engaged and they intended to get married. Yeah, but even that, guys, being engaged to your nurse that knows you're going to die, don't sound quite right to me. What do you guys think? Does it sound right to you that the woman looking after you on your deathbed, who was a pretty woman, I think I've got a picture of her, that you change your will on the last day to include the nurse, the fiance? I know that she'd been looking after him for a few years. Yeah, I know that. But does it sound right to you guys that that woman should have been included in the will? I've got a picture of it somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Because I think that's dodgy. I think if your nurse then becomes your girlfriend, then fiance, then inherits a massive, a lot of things, valuable items, that to me just sounds iffy. Right? Is this her? Guys, can I ask you, is this Sandy Miller? Is this her, guys? Is this Sandy Miller? She was a pretty woman, obviously a lot younger. Right, let's go back to what I was reading. So guys, we have to read between the lines, think outside the box. That's my new motto now, thinking outside the box, reading between the lines. I am going to read your comments, Valvis. I'm going to read your comment, okay? So, yes, I'd like to know that. Does anyone here know how long, I'm asking you guys, Team Elvis, how long was Vernon seeing Sandy Miller? How long was Sandy Miller Vernon's nurse? When did it happen? When did they fall in love? When did they get engaged? Right. So the next part of this write-up from Nessa. Hi, Tamara. So we've got the pic of him with Lisa and Priscilla. It was taken June the 29th. Yep. The notary on both wills. The notary on both wills was the estate attorney Drayton Beecher Smith II. In January 2005, Beecher was arrested and convicted for having CP. He lost his license. He lost his law license. Now, what is CP? What does anyone know what CP is? Any good lawyer would have a problem with Vernon's second signature and the fact that he was dying when he supposedly signed it, which he definitely was because he died. I wonder what Priscilla's relationship with DBS is or was. Now, who is DBS? I'm going to look into this further. Okay, thank you, Nessa. Thank you very much. Right, so we've looked at the pictures. Then he sent me the will. Oh my God, I can't read all that. That'll take me forever. But he has sent me the will. I think he sent me 2 wills. I think he has sent me, let's have a look. The updated. Oh, I might better read the updated. So, okay, we'll read some of it, yeah? Now, I know these things get boring, but do you know what? I don't love reading documents because I find them boring. I might read some of it. Let's see what other pictures there are here. Oh, there's some good newspaper clips. Let's just... Vernon Presley leaves estate bulk to his fiance. We're definitely going to read that. Now that's going to be interesting. We're definitely going to read that. We now know the subject of today's live stream. We're definitely going to read that. Now look at this, guys. So thank you, Nessa. This is great. Vernon Presley's will leaves estate bulk to his fiance. Yes? People. Yes, of course. Hi, Linda. I follow you on Instagram. Linda, you're being followed on Instagram. Right. What do you want me to write? People. People. Okay. This is Tino. He's 4 years old. He's promised me he's going to be quiet until we go out. Is that it? I wrote people.
That's not people.
Well, that's what I wrote.
No. People where they have clothes on.
Oh. Say hi to Team Elvis. Say
No.
hi, Team Elvis.
No.
That's it, yeah? Well, can you get Yasmin to do it? So write people there. Yeah, but I did write people.
No.
Sorry, guys. The kids are taking over.
They have clothes
Yeah,
on.
scroll up.
There's so many people.
Or shall I write people in clothing?
People.
Yeah, in clothing. Yeah, is that it? Right, you're going to have to take it to Yasmin because I don't know how that works. What do I know about children's games, guys? Come on. So, my brother's on. My brother's on. Andreas, can I just tell you, my brother Andreas, we have found out that Vernon Presley, the day before he died, altered his will, had his will altered, and we're trying to find out what alterations were made to the will the day before Vernon died. Now remember, Vernon is the one that appointed Priscilla as trustee or one of the executives on behalf of Lisa Marie. But also Vernon Presley, Elvis's dad, left all his belongings that he owned to his nurse, who he was engaged to, and named Sandy Miller. And he also left cars and jewelry to her as well. So what we're trying to say is that it's dodgy that you leave all your belongings to your nurse, Sandy Miller, he was engaged to her. And the Team Elvis and the Elvis fans are worried that Priscilla may have been added as trustee or executor, co-executor to everything, Graceland's everything, yeah. Because everything was given to Vernon once Elvis died, more or less, it was Vernon, Minnie May, Aunt Delta, yeah. So we're trying to see, this is what we're trying to see, did Vernon add Priscilla as executor, co-executor or trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie the day before he died? Was the will altered the day before he died? Actually, we know it was altered, but what we want to know is what were the alterations? What were the alterations? Right, you're confusing me now, guys. Louis was chatting to Linda Thompson earlier. Yeah, no, Linda Thompson isn't on our live. Is there another Linda? No, let's have a look. You're confusing me, guys, now. I wish Linda Thompson would join our live. I would love it if Linda Thompson joined our live, but I don't think I'm that lucky. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, we do have two Lindas. They're both members, both very important to us here, but not Linda Thompson. Not Linda Thompson. So, hi, Linda. So, okay. So, what's this? Tomorrow, Elvis left 100% to Lisa. Then Lisa sold the name and likeness to EPE. Priscilla helped from EPE. EPE is Scientology Germany. Michael Jackson owned the rights to Warner Brothers' new movie, including to. Okay, all right, slightly off subject, but this is what we're trying to do, Tamara. We're trying to concentrate on the will, yeah. Then my plan was, I was going to talk about the day Lisa Marie died, because we're also trying to find out who made the decision. We're also trying to find out who made the decision to do not resuscitate of Lisa Marie. We don't know that. I know you guys say, oh, the machine was turned off. Well, yeah, it would have been turned off once she died. But Who made the decision to do not resuscitate? We don't know. Some of you say, whilst Riley Keough was up in the aeroplane on her way to see her mother, Lisa, she'd already died. So Riley was not involved in that decision. I don't know, because, you know, we don't know if that's true, do we? We don't know. We also don't know if Priscilla was involved in the decision to do not resuscitate. We also don't know if Lisa Marie hadn't pre-signed something, do not resuscitate. We also don't know if Scientology was involved in the DNR, do not resuscitate. We don't know. Yeah. So today, this video, we were going to try and look into that. I found a video from Spotlight Spy that we're going to play, but this has just come up now with Vernon's will. I think we'll read it. So let me just check your comments. I think there are two Lindas. Yeah, we've got two Lindas here, definitely, and they're very well known. Linda Cudden and Linda, both amazing people. Louis, I left the DNR comment on early live video, but I think it's gone. And you'll see that comment tomorrow. Just so you know, guys, with these live streams, you do get the comments on the live streams the next day. I found you don't get them on the same day. The next day you get them. So you will get it. Right, let's read. I'm going to read that news clip first. Right, so let's read. I'll show you the news clip. Vernon Presley will leaves estate bulk to his fiancée. Right, let's have a look. Now, I've got the will now because Nessa has sent it, hasn't he? And it looks to me like I've got two wills. The will of Vernon Presley, father of Elvis Presley, was probated today, leaving the bulk of Vernon Presley's estate to Sandy Miller, Presley's beloved fiancée and contemplated wife. So she wasn't his wife. I tell you what, I can't help but think it's shocking that everything was left to Sandra Miller. Sandra, I keep calling her Sandy. Sandra Miller. I find that shocking. It's Elvis's dad who owned everything. I know that the trust obviously owned Graceland on behalf of Lisa Marie, but you get my point. All his possessions, yeah? I just find that. 5%. So at the moment, we're looking at the Vernon Presley's will that was altered the day before he died. Yeah? Right. The will placed no restrictions on the future sale of Graceland's and famed entertainer's mansion, which may one day become a museum of Elvis Presley's memorabilia. The city of Memphis is trying to buy the mansion for that purpose. So we know that the city of Memphis was trying to save the mansion. They say buy the mansion here, save the mansion, and they were already working on plans to launch it as a living museum. This was before Priscilla came along. Before Priscilla came along, the city of Memphis, they were doing a living museum. They'd already proved that it could be a massive success because of the amount of people that were just going to the gates, that were just going to see the gravesite in the meditation gardens. They knew it was going to be a massive success. There was no maybe. There was no gamble. Now, if you look at Priscilla's interviews, she gives the impression that the whole thing was a gamble. They never thought anyone was going to turn up and everyone was worried it would fail. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. They had done their research. They knew it was a certainty that the living museum, Elvis's home that he bought for Gladys, his mother, they knew it was going to be a massive certainty. And one thing I read is they bought 14 cars to do the tour. You know, like Jurassic Park, you've got the cars all lined up to do the tour. Yeah, bit of an example. They bought 14 minibuses to do that tour. They knew it was going to be a success. They knew. Right. Let's just read some comments. So yeah, someone says like you're surprised the Smiths never got anything. That's understandable. TMZ, due to the fact that she was brain dead, we're told family members signed a DNR, do not resuscitate order in case she flatlined. Okay, and I've seen this. Chilling in Canada, I've seen this, and the Spotlight Spy video that I'm going to play you says the same thing. But I still find it odd. Even my brother, if he's still here, Andreas, when Lisa Marie, why would Lisa Marie's family sign a do not resuscitate order if she flatlined? Why would they do that? I wouldn't do it. If my brother, God rest his soul, so I take that back. If my brother had flatlined, would I sign a do not resuscitate order? Bit of a bad example, but no, I wouldn't. I'd want to, because she was brain dead. Yeah, you know what it's like. You love them. You don't want them to go. You're not going to sign a do not resuscitate order like the day it happened. You wait a few days, don't you? You let the doctors do their thing. You wait. So that's why it said, like you've just said, brain dead. We're told family members signed a DNR, do not resuscitate order in case she flatlined again. Why? Now, is that a rule of Scientology? Is it Scientology where they are not allowed to be resuscitated? Is that what's going on here? That's what I'm wondering. So probably Vernon didn't want Priscilla to have anything. Jane, that isn't straightforward, because ultimately you can't ignore the fact that Priscilla is Lisa's mother. So yes, probably Vernon was angry at Priscilla because she was greedy and robbed them on the second divorce settlement. But he still would have wanted someone that he trusts to look after Lisa Marie. You're not going to trust anyone more than the mother, even though we now know that Priscilla, there was a lot of wrongdoing towards her own daughter, Lisa Marie. So it's complicated, isn't it, guys? Louis, just finished reading Lisa Marie's book today. It was very emotional. I highly recommend it to anyone if they haven't. Thank you, Senso. If Vernon was forced or pressured, doing so is the real definition of elder abuse. Is the real definition of elder abuse. Well, I think just knowing that he was going to die is pressure enough, isn't it? Yeah. You're desperate. You're in your last moments. You're trying to make that decision. You're trying to do the right thing on behalf of the legacy, isn't it? Mainly with Lisa Marie in mind. It's difficult. Priscilla got paid a salary for being chairman of EP behind Lisa's back. Lisa never was paid and just found out recently. Yeah, Tamara, I know all about this. 900,000 a year. Barry Siegel got 500. A lot of wrongdoing happened behind Lisa Marie's back. That's why Lisa Marie took Barry Siegel to court for a lawsuit. And this is one of the videos I'm gonna play today if we've got time. I know she was young as well. Right, let's have a look. Louis Vernon had already opened the meditation garden for viewing, and it was packed with fat. Yep, I know about this. This is why it was going to be a sure thing, guys. Chilling in Canada, because Lisa Marie was brain dead. I know. I understand when someone's brain dead, they're dead. But the day or the day after, I would have thought there would have been a few days before we do the do not resuscitate and the turning off the machine. Honestly, I'm no doctor. What do I know? But was she brain dead? If only what we have been told. Well, she probably was, but again, we don't know. But Riley said she was flying home and had not made it in time. So who signed the DNR? Well, I think they're saying the family. We don't have the answer to that question. We don't have the answer. But I think her flying doesn't mean that you can still have contact even though you're flying, can't you? I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but doctors may have advised the family. Most family would say her daughter is on way. Let her daughter say goodbye. Yes, I agree with what Linda says. I think I want to know, why didn't they wait for Riley to turn up? Now, remember, Riley is from Scientology. So she's been brainwashed by the cult. So maybe Riley is against resuscitation of a person that is brain dead. You know, if someone's brain dead, you don't really want them to be resuscitated, do you? As long as you know they're brain dead. Is Lisa Marie's book, when Riley got there, Lisa Marie was already dead? Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Hi, Michelle. Don't worry. If it has been my mum, I would have told them to wait till I got there. Me the same. I would have been the same. Wait till we get there. Right. Let's read this. In probate court with Mrs. Miller, just so you know, we're reading a news clip about Vernon Presley's last will and testament. Yeah, that was altered the day before he died. In probate court with Mrs. Miller today was Priscilla Presley of Beverly Hills, Caliph, Elvis' former wife. In Vernon's will, dated on April the 14th, April the 24th, 1978, he named Mrs. Presley the National Bank of Commerce a certified public accountant to oversee Elvis's estate. Mrs. Miller was named executive to oversee Vernon's estate. According to Vernon's will, Mrs. Miller is to receive all of Vernon's possessions, all automobiles, all cars, yeah, clothing, jewelry, and other personal items, excluding furniture and furnitures. Right, okay, that's clear. So Sandy Miller got the cars, the jewelry. I mean, you imagine how much that jewelry was worth, guys. Clothing, personal items, and it did not include the furniture. Any furniture or any furnishings. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Under the terms of the will, the future of the mansion would be left in the hands of Priscilla Presley. So she's already, right, okay, guys, this clears this up a bit. So Priscilla is already the co-trustee of, you know, co-executive, whatever you want to call it, of Gracelands. Yeah? Under the terms of the will, because I think this is what Amy was saying to me. Amy was saying, no, the big decisions had already been done when Elvis died. So this will was more of a formality to do with all the important things in this will had already been included, the Priscilla things. So they already knew that Priscilla was going to be. Let's just read it. Under the terms of the will, the future of the mansion would be left in the hands of Priscilla. This is the terms of the will. NBC and CPA Joseph Hanks, co-executors and co-trustees of Elvis' estate. Vernon had been both executor and trustee of the estate before his death on Tuesday at Baptist Hospital. The change in his will on June the 25th, the day before he died, added some granting shares of his estate after taxes to his sister, Nash Presley Pritchard, and his brother, Vesta Presley. The pair will share equally 1/5 of Vernon's estate after taxes, or $20,000, whichever is less. Well, okay. We know about this. We spoke about this day before yesterday. So we know that his brother was going to get at least $20,000, yeah, whichever is less, yeah, and that let's have a look. And his sister Nash Presley Pritchard was going to get the same. Okay, and we've got a video of him receiving this. We've got the press going up to them, going, "Look, you're in the will." Yeah, do you remember that? We did it a few days ago. So Volvis was saying on that video that one sister got nothing. Do you know what? I should know this, but I don't know how many sisters Vernon had. I don't know. Okay. Let's have a look. The balance of the Gladys' sister. Right, okay. The balance of Vernon Presley's estate after his sister and brother are paid goes in equal portions to Lisa Marie Presley, Vernon's granddaughter, and Elvis's daughter, Mrs. Miller. So Elvis's daughter. Mrs. Miller, Vernon's mother, Aunt Delta, May Biggs, and Vernon's other sister. Vernon Presley may only a sketchy signature of his name, Vernon Elvis Presley, barely legible on the document changing. Okay, so there isn't it, you know, they're saying it, aren't they? That that Vernon Elvis Presley, his signature was barely legible on the document when it was changed. Okay, well that's interesting. Did you know that Jane, Elvis Presley common law wife, husbands are no longer recognised by law in the UK anymore? It's weird, Louis, how Vernon left the estate to Sandy Miller when they weren't even married. Well, he didn't, Vincenzo, he didn't leave the estate to Sandy Miller. I agree it's odd that they weren't married to get that, and that they were just girlfriend and then engaged. But no, it's just said she only got cars, jewelry and clothing. Cars, jewelry and clothing. She wasn't left anything significant, I don't think. Right, so Valvis chilling. Was that who it was? Gladys's sister. I could not totally understand what Vesta said. It is, I agree, it's not very clear. Right, we've only got one section of this bit left. His will, the day before his death, witnesses to the changes were Sharon B. No jumping, Tino. Poe of 4271 Wendy Lou Drive, apartment 4 of Memphis, and Lily C. I don't even know why they do. I don't want to know their address, but okay. The two witnesses are registered nurses in the sub-intensive care unit at Baptist Hospital. Both Mrs. Miller and Priscilla Presley spoke softly in court as D. Beecher Smith II, attorney for the Presley estate, questioned them about their responsibilities regarding this estate of both Vernon and Elvis. Okay, so do the words estate also mean the car and the jewelry and the clothing? I'm getting confused with the word estate, yeah? So I could be wrong on that bit. Right. Hi, mate. In the next few months... Yeah, go on, mate, eat it. In the next few months... Go on, show me. Oh, is it a sticker? All right, put it... All right,
It's mine.
Okay, in the next... I don't want it. I don't want your sticker. I'm blooming 57 years old. No, we're not putting it there. I will tickle you. If you carry on, I'm going to tickle you. I will tickle you. All right, stick it there. There we go. Okay, thank you. Right, let's have a look. In the next few months, Smith is expected to file an inventory of Vernon's estate, listing all his personal possessions. Vernon Presley, 63, died at 9:20 a.m. Tuesday at Baptist Hospital from congestive heart failure. He had been hospitalized several times in the last year. The last time was on May the 29th when he complained of irregular heartbeat. He was buried yesterday on the grounds of Graceland Mansions beside his son and first wife, Gladys. Yeah, he is cute, isn't he, James? He's so funny. But we're going to go off and walk the dogs in a minute. So we're running out of time, but what I'm going to do... Oh, we are. We're walking the dogs, mate. So what I'm going to do... Oh, that's an interesting picture, look. Sheriff, county sheriff. So he had a police badge. Shelby County Sheriff. Interesting. Louis Vernon had a sister named Gladys that Sylvester was talking about. All right, thank you. Good. So we're all learning, guys. We're learning as we go. Hi, Annie. I haven't seen you on here for a while. Vernon had a sister called Gladys too. Thank you, Annie. Annie, you haven't joined our conversations for a while. Have we scared you off? So Louis Vernon had let's have a look. Let me just see if I've missed any comments. Okay, it's interesting, guys, because I'm learning. We're learning together, aren't we? We're like learning as we go. Right. Okay. So there's some pictures of Vernon's signature. I think this signature is a normal one where before he died. I mean, sorry, before he became unwell. I think what Nessa is trying to show us is that his signature. Oh, that's interesting. He's got a copy of Vernon's. He's got, what is this? This is confusing. He's got a copy of Vernon's history record.
Welcome to the random symbiote boss challenge.
Write down, please. Right to number 4, please. Right, let me just look at this will. All right, he's trying to tell me some information about Smith Drayton Beecher having a bad criminal record. Right, okay. Right, turn it right down, please. I've nearly finished now, guys. So we're just coming to the end of this. Let's have a look. Shauna did a very interesting about it. This was, I find the American contract law, inheritance law complicated. Yeah. Okay, so, right, so I think Nessa has given me a copy of I think the will and the updated will, I think. Let's take a picture of that section. Let's have a look. Let me just try and read that. Admitted to probate and order recorded on June the 29th, 1979. Hi, Marcy. And we've got a section here that is presence of each other have subscribed our names as attesting witnesses. So it's got the 2 witnesses on the day. So the last will and testament of Vernon Elvis Presley. So that's what I've got here. It's filed on June the 29th, 1979. I don't want to read all that because we'll be here forever. Let's have a look. Let me just try and read a bit of it. Let's have a look. I want to try and read a bit that's a bit interesting. Right, let's read this bit. Vernon Presley, a resident of citizen of Shelby County, Tennessee, being of sound mind and disposing memory, do hereby make, publish, and declare the instrument to be my last will and testament, revoking any other wills. Okay, that's pretty standard, isn't it, guys? I direct my executive hereinafter named to pay all of my just debts and funeral expenses, as well as the cost and expenses of administration of my estate as soon after my death as practicable. Okay. I'm trying to read a shortened version of this. I give and bequeath to my dear friend, beloved fiance, and contemplated wife, Sandra Miller, all personal automobiles, personal clothing, jewelry, and all other articles of a purely personal use, diversion, or adornment owned by me at the time of my death, Excluding from this gift and bequest are all furnitures and furnishings located in my home place, which are to be disposed of in accordance with the provisions of items 3 hereunder. Let's have a look. But before the closing thereof, the said Sandra Miller and her minor unmarried children shall be permitted to live in said residence at no charge to them. This does not mean that they have the right to reside there indefinitely, but merely until such time as to contract for sale of my residence is executed until the date of the closing of the said sale as agreed upon under the contract for said sale. So I don't know what residence this is, but he's basically saying they can live there until it's sold. Yeah, does that sound right? Hi, Diana. Oh, thank you, Diana. Diana sent me a coffee. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to buy a coffee, Diana, 100%. Anyone that wants to send me a coffee, guys, thank you so much. Anyone sends me a super thank you, I appreciate it a lot. Right, let's keep going. After paying all the debts, expenses, and taxes directed under item 1 hereof, I hereby give and devise and bequeath all the residue and remainder of my estate, including all lapsed legacies and devises and any property over which I have power of appointment, except to the appointment of successor trustee under the will of my son Elvis Presley, which is hereby expressly provided under the item hereunder in equal portions to the following individuals, providing that they survive me: my beloved granddaughter Lisa Marie Presley, my friend fiance Sandra Miller, my mother Minnie Mae Presley, and my sister Aunt Delta. In the event of my said granddaughter is not of legal age and able to take this gift, devise the bequest outright. I hereby direct that her portion of my residuary estate be delivered to the trustee of the estate and trust under the will at my late son Elvis Aaron Presley, to be administered as a separate trust for her benefit, but to be administered under the same terms and provisions as well. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go now. I reckon we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go through this will properly. There's much more to read. I think we're going to have to read this. This is too important, but it's going to take a whole live stream. We're going to go walk the dogs now. So Nessa, thank you very much for sending me this. I think Amy's offered. Amy, just so you know, Amy Collett did offer to send me all this stuff. So, okay, mate. Oh, look what we got here, guys. We got a blackjack. Who remembers blackjacks when we were kids?
Me.
I've never seen a blackjack in our world. Right here. Now remember, they're black. Any of you guys remember the sweets from when we were kids?
No, because we used to eat.
No, they do taste funny, right? Guys, I'm going to come back. There's a few different things we're going to do. I want to show some Spotlight Spy videos. Look up Spotlight Spy, the YouTube channel. It's amazing. We are going to show some more details about the death of poor Lisa Marie Presley, more details about the do not resuscitate, more details just surrounding all of that fiasco, yeah? And we want to talk about Vernon's last will and testament. We're still trying to understand why it was altered the day before. It does seem like it was very harmless, and that it was just to give his girlfriend, his fiance, Sandy Miller, his cars, jewelry, and clothing. Looks pretty harmless to me. I think the decision to make Priscilla co-executor, trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie, I think that was already done. I think that was all okay. Oh, is it nice? I think that was already
Yeah,
done and
but
dusted.
it didn't make my tongue black.
Where is it? Have you eaten it?
Yeah.
No, you spat it in the bin, didn't you?
No.
He spat it in the bin. Open your mouth. Ah. He spat the blackjack in the bin.
No, it didn't make my tongue black.
Where is it?
It's in my tongue.
He spat it in the bin, guys.
I haven't.
And he's got a different lolly. Haven't you? You got a different lolly. Show me the other lolly you got. Da da da. He was too scared to eat the blackjack. We used to.
No, because it was nice. I tried it, but I spit it in the bin.
We always ate the blackjacks. When we were kids, we ate the blackjacks. You must eat the blackjack to be a kid.
No.
All right, guys.
Why do you have black ones?
Yes, that's from your blackjack. Right, okay, we're going to be back later, guys. Yes. Lollies are bad for you. They choke you.
No, lollies are good for you.
No, they choke you. Lollies can choke you.
No, lollies are good for you.
No, lollies choke you.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
But lollies are good for you.
Okay, now say goodbye, Team Elvis.
No. Bye, Bum Bum.
Yeah.
That house is a bum bum.
Bye, Team Elvis.
Bye, no Elvis.
We'll be back. Your dad is Elvis. I told you that. We'll be back.